Okay. My name is Amer Manyok Deng, the representative of Women's Bloc of South Sudan in the High-Level Revitalization Forum of the RCs. I'm the signatory on behalf of women of South Sudan in the agreement on the resolution of the conflict in the Republic of South Sudan and also in the revitalization of the RCs. Since December 2017 to date, we are following and participating in the high-level revitalization process, which is not that easy. And we thank God, at least there is understanding by the parties and the need to have peace in the Republic of South Sudan, since the majority of the people who are suffering in the refugee camps and in the IDP camps and all over the country and outside South Sudan in the diaspora are women, children, and elderly persons. So we urge all the leaders of the parties to keep the momentum of the peace that they have signed in the 5th of August 2018 in Khartoum here in Freedom Hall. That peace that was actually enjoyed by the South Sudanese people, and we are happy that we must have peace in our country. And as women, peace through development. With all the revitalized agreements which are being revitalized, we are very grateful and humbly happy because we have a gain as women of South Sudan. One, we have a gain of Women Enterprise Development Fund that will support all the women who are sustaining their families under the trees or making their small cooperative or making the small jama'iyya to serve their families. So the Enterprise Development Fund, we need a support from the international community, from the IGAD region, and especially with the Sudan government, who have really put more effort for the peace to be achieved in Sudan, which is our big brother. Secondly, we have a gain of women affirmative action, which is 35%. So I urge all the women, this is your role, to create awareness to the people of South Sudan, whether men or women, the security organs, and which the women should participate fully in the security sector, because one, they are majority in the country. We are more than 60% of the population, because we lost our loved ones, we lost our husbands, our sons, and our brothers, and majority of the women who have lost their life. So we need to participate fully in the security organs. We can be more than 50% in the security sector, being in the army, being the police, being in all the sectors which are carrying guns. At the same time, that one will reduce the number of the unknown gunmen who is carrying the guns in the country to cause the insecurity. For your information, women, be strong in that area. Secondly, we have 35 affirmative action, which is going to be supported by the United Nations Security Council Resolution, Article 1325. And we urge the UN women and all the UN body to support that, because the women of South Sudan have achieved under the leadership of Women Bloc. Since 2014, we are very committed, very focused, and advocating for the women's rights and children's rights. And that is why we need to focus on the Ministry of Women and Child Affairs that will particularly only focus on the women issues. And also, we have a very big gain. For the first time, in East African history, and especially in Sudan history. For the first time, a woman is going to be a vice president in South Sudan, which is going to lead the cluster of gender and youth. But we are still determined and urge all the stakeholders, including the principal, that we, the Women's Bloc of South Sudan, demand the 35% affirmative action, which was agreed by all the parties, and we also demand the position of women vice president. We did not demand the position of women of the gender vice president. We demanded a position of women vice president, which is agreed. Whether she's in number 6, we have no problem with that, because we are peaceful and we are caring. At least our voice is there. So our message to the heads of state is to change that statement called gender. We are aware that the president, all the 5 vice presidents, the cabinet, which is going to be 35 ministries, will take care of the gender, inclusivity of gender. But this particular cluster, which is called gender and youth cluster, we demand it to be called women and youth cluster. So that is my last message to the heads of states, and we need that issue to be rectified in this finalized agreement, which is going to end today. And we thank the IGAD heads of the delegations, and we also thank, our appreciation go to Ismail Wise, the ambassador and the IGAD special envoy. Our thanks also go to His Excellency Didiri Ahmed for his tireless effort that we meet here in this venue of academia most of the time, the whole day up to midnight, to leave the venue, and we move in a very beautiful city of Khartoum. At night, they call it Khartoum Bilel. Very beautiful city. Thank you so much for listening.